Good morning, afternoon, evening. Well, I want to talk about attachment. 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 What is it? Well, in the Indian philosophy, we talk about attachment because attachment signifies a road to suffering. And suffering is what keeps us stuck in this matrix. Without being too woo-woo, it is important to notice that when you are more externally focused in the material world, you create more suffering for yourself. And that is because we create attachments to things. And this goes to the neurological as well. An attachment is a neurological pathway, but spiritually, an attachment is an energetic bond with something. And what we really want to aim for, in especially non-duality, is to become neutral, to no longer rely on anything external to us for our own peace of mind. The goal is to become unshakable in our inner peace. And for me, that's very important. So I've studied attachment, and I think it's very, very useful. If you're someone who was brought up in the Western culture, then we were born into attachment. This is how we perceive the world. The moment we're born, there is priority put on the external world. And so as we grow up, we become attached to things like our status, our career, our identity. This is a big one. Our identity and how it was formed through relationships and status and power. And any attachment to identity to justify and validate who you are is going to lead to suffering. And you can be manipulated if you have these kind of attachments. If you define yourself through other people, and a lot of us do, it's quite normal in our society to define our self-worth through our relationships with others and how they see us. But that's only going to lead to suffering, as I've said. So the goal is to slowly chip away at your attachments. Now, I don't have to go on about this, but right now in the world, it's very much a case of we are being led into a lot of suffering because of our attachments to a system that is changing rapidly. And so for me, my personal goal is to work on detaching. And it's hard. I'm not going to lie about that. It is extremely hard. It puts you through a lot of emotions because you are deprogramming from childhood. All you've ever known has to be questioned, has to be reconceived. And you have to be able to cut off, release, surrender anything that you have thought is true about this material world, or that you have created identities around in this material world. You have to be able to be, and this takes courage, to be able to let go of all of that and no longer define who you are, who you really are, the I am, the spark of the creator, the pure loving awareness that is not your body and not your mind. That aspect of you, the real, becomes center. In the Bible, it talks about being the single eye. And this is exactly what we're talking about. No longer having attachments to anything else except your communion with the creator and who you really are. And some of us are slowly remembering this and starting to be fed and nourished by the true connection that we have to the creator, to source. Now, it's the hard road. It's not the easy road. And I can guess that a lot of us, maybe the majority of us, won't take this road and will give in to the system that's existing, the material system in this world, which is fine. No judgment there. It's your choice. I just like to look at the world and look at my existence, my beingness, as something that is eternal. And I believe that wholeheartedly. And so I'm not going to attach myself to the limits of this body and this world I'm in. Now, that's just food for thought. Meditation is essential if you want to work on detachment, because I think I might have mentioned this before, but attachment leads to suffering, and suffering keeps us locked in the matrix, in the illusion. So if you want to shed the Maya, shed the illusion, then you're going to have to work on detaching from everything you've ever perceived is true in this reality. And that's a pretty big task, I get it. But it's fun, it's freeing, and it gets you tapped right into the wisdom and intuition of a far greater intelligence than you would ever imagine. And your path will start to be shown to you without effort if you stay in that devotion and with that single eye. And heavenly solutions will be grounded before you. You will be shown the way, and you will know that you did your best. Well, that's all I wanted to talk about today. It's kind of a hefty, serious topic, but I thought I wanted to share that. Have a beautiful day. And if you like my messages, please like and subscribe. Bye.